Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Welcome. Dandavat Pranam.
Now we will start our class. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansh Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahavana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pashyatya Deshatarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosate Hari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Pri वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all for today's class. So we are starting from 10th chapter Srimad Bhagavad Gita, text number 40. न अन्तोऽस्ति मम दिव्यानां विभूतीनां परन्तप एष तु उद्देशतः प्रोक्तो विभूते विस्तरो मया. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences.
Perfect. As stated in the Vedic literature, although the opulence and the energies of the Supreme are understood in various ways, there is no limit to such opulences. Therefore, not all the opulences and energies can be explained. Simply a few examples are being described to Arjun to pacify his inquisitiveness.
So Krishna has described here just few examples. And one example is so great that we can easily understand that how the Supreme Lord is unlimited. Like some examples are perceivable to us, like Lord is saying that among living beings, I am the king. So some examples are which are easily visible to us. So those examples are applicable to us, our senses can perceive them. So remaining examples also are equally important. So the examples which we are not able to perceive now because we are limited by our senses. So that doesn't mean that those examples which Krishna has given, it's not true. It's not like that. So Lord is very merciful that He has given the examples from all His opulences, that how He's supremely all pervading, and He is the one who is maintaining everybody. so that we can understand. So devotee's heart, a devotee who has Krishna consciousness heart, he will accept it, and his appreciation for Lord will increase more and more. So that way we should understand Supreme Lord. Next, yad vibhuti mat sattvam srimad urjitamev va tattadeva vagacchantvam mama tejoansha sambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor.
Any glorious or beautiful existence should be understood to be but a fragmental manifestation of Krishna's opulence, whether it be in the spiritual or material world. Anything extraordinarily opulent should be considered to represent Krishna's opulence.
So the living entities are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. So their opulences are also part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So if some part and parcel is attracting us, and sometimes we get so much allured, then what to speak about the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So the Cupid in this world, who is called as a Madan, he attracts the living entities. But such a Cupid, Kandarpa Koti Sahastra Satasambrahma Sevyaman. Such a Cupids who are in crores, they get attracted to Krishna. So that way, the Krishna is abode of all attraction. So anybody has any extraordinary quality in this world, they all are given by Supreme Lord. So that's why we should respect those people who have such a qualities like Janma Aishwarya Shruti Shrivi. We should understand they are bestowed Krishna's blessings upon them. That's why they are possessing these qualities. And those who possess these qualities, they should not become proud. Rather, they should express their gratitude towards Krishna. That whatever opulences, whatever beauty, whatever knowledge I have, it is all given by Supreme Lord. He gives knowledge, He gives us forgetfulness. So sometimes people who are powerful and they envy Supreme Lord, they think they have become God. When their power is taken away, they become very pitiable. So if devotees get some opulences, they know from where they got. So they will always remain in humility. Like Khatavang Maharaj or Ambarish Maharaj. Although they were such a great kings, but never that position has entered in their head and they have tortured others. No, they have understood that I am representing Supreme Lord. So I have to represent Lord as He is. Lord is very merciful to all living entities. So same way, we also should be merciful to other living entities. So that's why a devotee who has these qualities, extraordinary qualities, they will be humble and they will be devotional. And the devotees who don't have any qualities, any opulences, but they find some people who have possessed those opulences, then they will have a right perspective to see those people. They will understand that these people are not extraordinary by themselves, but they have been bestowed mercy of Krishna upon them. So any supernatural powers any person has, a devotee knows that he is getting that supernatural power from Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's why we will not make ordinary man into extraordinary God, nor will make a God into ordinary man. So we will have a right perspective that who is a reservoir of all good qualities and who is representing the good qualities of Krishna. So those who have these good qualities will have a right perspective And if we also get such a good qualities, we will understand that whom these qualities belong to. So if we have riches, if we have beauty, if we have a lot of knowledge, we will like to engage it in Krishna service. Not we want to become competitor to God, but we will become cooperator with the Lord. We will cooperate with the Lord. So that is the right mood of a devotee. अथवा बहुनेतेन किं ज्ञातेन तवार्जुन विष्टभ्याहम् इदं कृत्सन् एकांशेन स्थितो जगत्. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe.
Hare Krishna. Perfect. The Supreme Lord is represented throughout the entire material universes by his entering into all things as the Super Soul. The Lord here tells Arjuna that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulence and grandeur. He should know that all things are existing due to Krishna's entering them as Super Soul. From Brahma, the most gigantic entity on down to the smallest ant, all are existing because the Lord has entered each and all and is sustaining them. There is a mission that regularly propounds that worship of any demigod will lead one to the Supreme Personality of Godhead or the Supreme Goal. But here in the 10th chapter, that idea is thoroughly discouraged. To completely eradicate this wrong idea, in this chapter, Lord Krishna informs us that even the greatest demigods like Brahma and Shiva represent only part of the opulence of the Supreme Lord. He is the origin of everyone born, and no one is greater than him. He is asamurtva, which means that no one is superior to him and that no one is equal to him. In the Padma Purana, it is stated that one who considers the Supreme Lord Krishna in the same category with demigods, be they even Brahma or Shiva, becomes at once an atheist. If, however, one thoroughly studies the different descriptions of the opulences and expansions of the Krishna's energy, then one, Prabhuji, can you please scroll? Where it is. Then one can understand without any doubt the position of the Lord Krishna and can fix his mind in the worship of Krishna without a deviation. The Lord is all pervading by the expansion of his partial representation, the Super Soul, who enters into everything that is pure devotees therefore concentrate their minds in Krishna consciousness in full devotional service. Therefore, they are always situated in the transcendental position. Devotional service and worship of Krishna are very clearly indicated in this chapter in verses 8 through 11. That is the way of pure devotional service. How one can attain the highest devotional perfection of association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been thoroughly explained in this chapter. Srila Baldeva Vidyabhushana, a great acharya in disciplic succession from Krishna, concludes his commentary on this chapter by saying, from Lord Krishna's potent energy, even the powerful sun gets its power, and by Krishna's partial expansion, the whole world is maintained. Therefore, Lord Krishna is worshipable. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport to the 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the opulence of the Absolute. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So here, Lord is telling that whatever opulences we see in this entire material world, it is just a single fragment of his energy. So what is that single fragment? So that is Mahavishnu. entire material world is expanding from the pores of Mahavishnu, who is lying in Karmadaksha ocean. So, whatever is mesmerizing us in the creation, sometimes people get attracted to some heroes or some powerful leaders or some rich people or some beautiful people. If they are more advanced, then they get attracted to the powerful demigods. Or some people who are big, great yogis, who have some siddhis. So like that, depending upon their advanced consciousness, the attraction also changes. But a devotee of the Lord, he will not get attracted anybody else other than Krishna. For them, Krishna is only attractive because they understand that Krishna is the source of everything. So for the devotees whose hearts have been attracted to Krishna, they will not get carried away by any demigod or any politician or any materially advanced person. Their dedication to Krishna, their devotion to Krishna remains intact. So that is the constant mindset of Brajavasis in Vrindavan. They are so attracted to Krishna that they cannot get carried away by any other demigod. Even so to say, like gopis, when Krishna disappeared, then Narayan also came in front of them. But still they asked Narayan, where is Krishna? So, this is, pure devotee's mind. They will not give their heart to anybody else other than Supreme Lord. So that's why Lord is telling here, Arjuna, that this material world, whatever I am, things are there in this material world, these all are my single fragment. So how much Krishna has, his opulences, we just imagine. These many verses Lord has told about his fragment. That fragment is also so elaborate. Then what to speak about the Krishna in totality? It is beyond our sense perception. Pantha sukoti shatavastra sampragamyo vayu rathapi manaso manipungavana. Even greatest saintly people with the speed of a mind, they are not able to fathom Krishna's greatness. So Krishna can be understood only by love. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochena santa sadev hridayeshu vilopayanti. So Krishna can be understood only by pure devotion service. By material calculation, we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. So that devotional heart one should try to strive for in Krishna consciousness. So Lord is fulfilling the desire of Arjuna that he wanted to know what is Krishna's opulence, how he pervades. And now in this verse, Krishna just told him that this is my single fragment, that I support this entire universe. So now Arjuna develops a more inquisitiveness in his heart for all of us. He is asking Krishna that explain me how you support this entire universe. So this is the query which takes birth in the heart of Arjuna. And to answer that query, Krishna describes the whole universal form in the next chapter of, in 11th chapter, that is the universal form. So that we'll see now. Arjuna Vacha Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Santnitam Yat Vaktoyam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instructions, you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects. My illusion has now been dispelled.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my daughter will read.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please read.
Purport. This chapter reveals Krishna as the cause of all causes. He is even the cause of the Mahavishnu, from whom the material universes emanate. Krishna is not an incarnation. He is the source of all incarnations. That has been completely explained in the last chapter. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he says that his illusion is over. This means that Arjuna no longer thinks of Krishna as a mere human being, as a friend of his, but as the source of everything. Arjuna is very enlightened and is glad that he has such a great friend as Krishna. But now he's thinking that although he may accept Krishna as the source of everything, others may not. So, in order to establish Krishna's divinity for all, he is requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Actually, when one sees the universal form of Krishna, one becomes frightened, like Arjuna. But Krishna is so kind that after showing it, he converts himself again to his original form. Arjuna agrees to what Krishna has several times said. Krishna is speaking to him just for his benefit. So Arjuna acknowledges that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. He is now convinced that Krishna is the cause of all causes and is present in everyone's heart as the super soul. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
So, in this chapter, the sections are verse number 1 to 4. Arjuna requests Krishna to show his universal form. Text number 5 to 8, Lord Krishna describes his universal form. Text number 9 to 14, Sanjay describes Arjuna's vision of the universal form. Text number 15 to 31, Arjuna's experience of seeing the universal form. Text number 32 to 34, Krishna's reply, time I am, become my instrument. And text number 35 to 46, Arjuna's prayers. And text numbers 47 to 55, pure bhakti is the prerequisite to see any form of Krishna. So that way, Lord is going to cover in this chapter. So basically, Arjuna is asking Krishna to show the universal form so that there will be no doubt in conditioned soul's heart to think Krishna is an ordinary person. Because anybody who is claiming himself as a god, we have to ask him this question, that show me your universal form. So obviously, they cannot do this. So their claim of being a god is turns to be false. So Krishna here mercifully, on behalf of conditioned souls, he asks Krishna that you please show me your universal form. Bhavapiyo hi bhutanam shruto vistarasho maya tattva kamala patraksha mahatmapi cha avyayam. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity and have realized your inexhaustible glories.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, purport.
Arjuna addresses Lord Krishna as lotus-eyed. Krishna's eyes appears just like the petals of a lotus flower. Out of his joy, for Krishna has assured him in a previous chapter, Aham kritasnasya jagata prabhava pralyasa tatha. I am the source of the appearance and disappearance of his entire material manifestation. Arjuna has heard of this form of Lord in detail. Arjuna further knows that, in spite of his being the source of all appearance and disappearance, he is aloof from them. As the Lord has said in the 9th chapter, he is all pervading, yet he is not personally present everywhere. That is the inconceivable opulence of Krishna, which Arjuna admits that he has thoroughly understood. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So devotees are not getting mesmerized by the universal form of the Lord. But this universal form of the Lord is required for the conditioned souls who think Krishna as an ordinary human being. For them to make understand that how Krishna is a be all and end all. From him, the creation takes place, the maintenance happen and destruction happen. Now this they will not accept so easily. So for their understanding, Arjuna is requesting Krishna to manifest that universal form. Evam etad yathatvam atmanam parameshvara drashtumichhami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours.
Hare Krishna. The Lord said that because he entered into the material universe by his personal representation, the cosmic manifestation has been made possible and is going on. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he is inspired by the statements of Krishna. But in order to convince others in the future who may think that Krishna is an ordinary person, Arjuna desires to see him actually in his universal form, to see how he is acting from within the universe, although he is apart from it. Arjuna's addressing the Lord as Purushottama is also significant. Since Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna and he can understand that Arjuna has no special desire to see him in his universal form. For Arjuna is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But the Lord can understand also that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to convince others. Arjuna did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criterion for in the future that there would be so many impostors who would pose themselves as incarnations of God. The people, therefore, should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim.
So here the reason of Krishna's appearing in universal form is explained. So first of all, Lord is going to show this universal form, which is a temporary. It's not a permanent. And this form is shown to put the impostors who claim themselves as a god to put down these impostors. For that purpose, Krishna has incarnated himself as a Vishwarup, he shows the universal form. Next. मन्यसे यदि तच्छक्यं मया द्रष्टुमिति प्रभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वं दर्शयात्मानव्ययम्. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self.
Hare Krishna. It is said that one can neither see, hear, understand, nor perceive the Supreme Lord Krishna by material senses. But if one is engaged in loving transcendental service to the Lord from the beginning, then one can see Lord by revelation. Every living entity is only a spiritual spark, therefore, it is not possible to see or understand the Supreme Lord. Arjuna, as a devotee, does not depend on his speculative strength, rather, he admits his limitation as a living entity and acknowledges Krishna's inestimable position. Arjuna could understand that for a living entity, it is not possible to understand the unlimited infinite. If the infinite reveals himself, then it is possible to understand the nature of infinite by the grace of the infinite. The word Yogeshwara is also significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace, although he is unlimited. Therefore, Arjuna pleaded for unconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna order. Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotional service. Thus, it is not possible for a person who depends on the strength of their mental speculation to see Krishna. Surrender.
So, this universal form of the Lord is not of interest of devotees. They are not interested to see this universal form. Because in this universal form, we are not able to serve Supreme Lord directly. We will just understand his magnanimity, but there is no possibility of being able to serve that Supreme Lord in this Virat form. And this Virat form, devotees are not at all interested. Because we see that in Vrindavan, when Krishna opened his mouth in front of Mother Yashoda, in that mouth, Mother Yashoda could see such a great manifestation of Krishna's universal form. And that, there are so many planets and everything, but she didn't got impressed by that Krishna's form. She was interested in Krishna's baby form as a two-handed form. So like that, devotees are not interested in this Virata form. But unless and until this Virata form is not shown, the materialistic people will think Krishna is an ordinary person. To mitigate their illusion, Lord is appearing in this universal form. So that's why Arjuna is telling, my Lord, I have no interest, but if you wish and if you think that showing this form is beneficial to me, who is representing the conditioned souls, then kindly you exhibit this universal form. So that way, Krishna is claiming for this form to appear on behalf of the mundane, materialistic, those who have doubts on Krishna's supremacy. For their benefit, he is requesting Krishna to manifest this universal form. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pashame Partha Rupani Shatasho Atha Sahasrasha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Kruti Nicha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pratha, see now my opulence, hundreds of thousands of varied, divine and multicolored forms.
Hare Krishna. purport, Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which, although a transcendental form, is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation and is therefore subject to the temporary time of this material nature. As a material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and non manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as a devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form. But because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it. Hare Krishna.
See Krishna, is not anybody's qualification. Only those who have the loving eyes, they can see Krishna. In material life also, we see that our two eyes, although we have, but many things we see, but we don't understand. Suppose somebody has a knowledge of, one particular language, and that person, in front of him, some other language scriptures are presented. Then for him, those scriptures, those alphabets, they don't make any sense. Although he's seeing those alphabets, but he is not able to understand. Why? Because he has no knowledge about those alphabets. So, like mechanic, when our vehicle gets makes some problems, then we take our vehicle to mechanic. He opens the bonnet. He sees the engine. By seeing engine, he can understand what is the problem. But we also are seeing the engine, but we are not able to understand what's the problem. Suppose we go to doctor, the X-rays, our X-ray is made. The X-ray film, doctor sees, but he understands what is the problem. But we see the X-ray or some reports, although we are seeing it, we are not able to understand because we don't have knowledge. So even ordinary things, even with our material eyes, we are able to see them, but we are not able to understand. Then what to speak about the Supreme Personality of Godhead? People may see the deity in the temple hall, in temple, but for them, they don't have devotion, so they will perceive the deity as a some metal, stone, wood, or something like that. So they are not able to perceive in the deity form of the Lord. They want to speak about Krishna's pure form. So for that form to see, perceive, understand, one requires a qualification. And that qualification is one should be devotee of the Lord, which Arjuna has. So, what to speak about Krishna's original form? Even Krishna's universal form, which is temporary and material manifestation, that also requires certain qualification. That nobody can just see like that. So, ordinary man also cannot see the universal form of the Lord. So now Lord is going to give Krishna is going to give a vision to Arjuna to perceive this universal form. Pashyaditya vasun rudran ashwino marutasthatha bahunya drishtapurvani pashyad sharyani bharata. O best of the Bharatas, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all the other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before. 1 minute, I will continue.
Hare Krishna. Even though Arjuna was the personal friend of Krishna and he most advanced of learned men, it was still not possible for him to everything him to know everything about Krishna. Here it is stated that humans have neither heard nor known of all these form and manifestation. Now Krishna reveals the wonderful form. Text 7.
एतत् स जगत्कृत्स्नं पश्चात् स चराचरं मम देहे गुणाकेश यच्छन्तदृष्टुमिच्छसि. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in my body of mind, in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place.
No one can see the entire universe while sitting in one place. Even the most advanced scientists cannot see what is going on in other parts of the universe. But a devotee like Arjuna can see everything that exists in any part of the universe. Krishna gives him the power to see anything he wants to see, past, present, and future. Thus, by the mercy of Krishna, Arjuna was able to see everything.
Now, we are at the same position like Arjuna. We are sitting in our room and now we are going to watch the universal form of Krishna. If we have devotional heart, then these verses will appeal to our heart and we can perceive the form of the Lord which he has shown to Arjuna. So through disciplic succession, by the mercy of Vaishnavas, if we have a right attitude, then we can understand this universal form of the Lord. And understanding the universal form of the Lord, we can develop the love on the personal form of the Lord. So this universal form is very, very gigantic and very, very alluring, but not for devotees. Devotees are not interested in the universal form, but we are interested in Krishna's personal form. So that conclusion, Arjuna establishes in this chapter. न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् येनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षु पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulences.
A pure devotee does not like to see Krishna in any form except his form with two hands. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind but with spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjuna is told not to change his mind but his vision. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. That will be clear in subsequent verses. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see it, the Lord gives him the particular vision required to see that universal form. Devotees who are correctly situated in a transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by loving features, not by a godless display of opulences. The playmates of Krishna, the friends of Krishna, and the parents of Krishna never want Krishna to show his opulences. They are so immersed in pure love that they do not even know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In their loving exchange, they forget that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the boys who play with Krishna are all highly pious souls, and after many, many births, they are able to play with Krishna. Such boys do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They take him as a personal friend. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami recites this verse.
Nityam satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradaivatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakam vijruha krutapunya punja.
Here is the Supreme Person, who is considered the impersonal Brahman by great sages, the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotees, and a product of material nature by ordinary men. Now these boys who have performed many, many pious activities in their past lives are playing with that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.12.11. The fact is that the devotee is not concerned with seeing the Vishwarupa, the universal form, but Arjuna wanted to see it to substantiate Krishna's statements so that in the future people could understand that Krishna not only theoretically could understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically presented himself as the supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is the beginning of the parampara system. Those who are actually interested in understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and who follow in the footsteps of Arjuna should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presented himself as the Supreme, but actually revealed himself as the Supreme. The Lord gave Arjuna the necessary power to see his universal form because he knew that Arjuna did not particularly want to see it, as we have already explained.
So Prabhupada is describing the view of a devotee and a view of an ordinary person. So devotees are least interested to see this universal form of the Lord. Rather, they are more interested in the Krishna's original form. So that is a devotee's quality. But ordinary people, they are anyway don't believe in Krishna's form. And what Krishna has spoken here, they will think it's just a theory. Krishna just boasting himself that he is explaining about his opulences. So they will take it for granted. They will not like to believe it. So knowing this mindset of materialistic people and to give them benefit that Krishna is not just boasting, but he can show this form, which is not conceived by materialistic mindset person. So that's why Arjuna has been awarded the vision to see the universal form which Lord has spoken. Now he will show it. And when Arjuna sees this form and who is representing these materialistic people, when he assures that this form of the Lord is existing, and then there will be no doubt that Krishna is boasting himself, but actually Lord has these opulences in him in totality. So to clarify that doubt in ordinary souls, Lord is showing this form, and to show this form, one requires a vision, which is also awarded by Krishna only. So this form of the Lord, to understand, one requires a vision. So that vision also Krishna has only given to Arjuna. So that he can see this universal form. Sanjay Uvacha Evam Ukta Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Hari Darshayamasa Parthaya Param Rupamaishwaram. Sanjay said, O king, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personal Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Anekavaktram nayanam anekam adbhuta darshanam anekadivyabharanam divyanekadattayudham divyamalambaram dharam divyagandhanulepanam sarvashrimayam devam anantam vishwatomukham. Arjuna saw the universal form, unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine saints were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding.
Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita text 10 and 11. Purport. In these two verses, the repeated use of the word many indicates that there that there was no limit to the number of the hands, mouths, legs, and other manifestations Arjuna was seeing. These manifestations were distributed throughout the universe. But by the grace of the Lord, Arjuna could see them while sitting in one place. That was due to the inconceivable potency of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So our two small eyes, they cannot see even after some 100-kilometer things. Even moons and stars which are there in the sky, that also clearly we cannot see. And then what to speak about seeing the Virat form of the Lord, which is source of this material creation. So to hold that form, one requires a divine vision, which is given by Krishna to Arjuna. And now Arjuna is seeing here that many, Krishna has many mouths, many eyes, many hands, many legs, and he's expanded in all directions. So this is the Virat form which Lord is showing to Arjuna. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhavet Ugapadu Sthita Yadi Bhasadrushi Sas Syadbhasastasya Mahatmana. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form.
Deepakshi Mataji, can you please read? Okay, I'll read.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I will. Yes, Deepakshi Mataji, can you read, please?
Yes. Purport. What Arjuna saw was indescribable, yet Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjay nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjay, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation as far as it can be understood to an unimaginable phenomenon, that is, thousands of suns. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So we cannot see one sun with our eyes in a broad daylight. But then what to speak about thousands of suns at once? So that also we cannot see. So not only Lord has given a divine vision to Arjuna, but Lord has given divine vision to even Sanjaya, who can see what Lord is showing to Arjuna. Tatra ekstam jagatkrusam prabhivatmanekadha pasya devasya sharire pandavastada. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many thousands.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My daughter will read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Purport. The word tatra there is very significant. It indicates that both Arjun and Krishna were sitting on the chariot when Arjun saw the universal form. Others on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjun. Arjun could see in the body of Krishna many thousands of planets, as we were learned from the Vedic scriptures. There are many universes and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some are made of gold, some are made of jewels, and some are very great, some are not so great. Example, sitting on his chariot. Arjuna could see all these, but no one could understand what was going on between Arjun and Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So, By the mercy of Acharyas and Krishna, this form was visible to Arjuna, not only Arjuna, but as well as to Sanjaya. And by their mercy, we are also able to hear and we can perceive this form of the Lord, which is not visible to the people who are present on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. They could also not see this form, but only Arjuna could see. ततः विस्मयाविष्टो धृष्टरोमा धनञ्जय प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं कृताञ्जलिरभाषत. Then bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord.
Once the divine vision is revealed, the relationship between Krishna and Arjuna changes immediately. Before, Krishna and Arjuna had a relationship based on friendship, but hereafter the revelation, Arjuna is offering obeisance with a great respect and with folded hands. He is praying to Krishna. He is praising the universal form. Thus, Arjuna's relationship become one of the wonder rare than friendship. Great devotee see Krishna as the reservoir of all relationship. In the scriptures, there are 12 basic kinds of relationship mentioned, and all of them are present in Krishna. It is said that he is the ocean of all the relationship exchange between two living entities, between the gods and God, or between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Uh, Here Arjuna was inspired by relationship of wonder, and in in that wonder, although he was by nature very sober, calm and quieter, he becomes ecstatic. His hair stood up, and he began to offer his obeisance unto the Supreme Lord with folded hand. He was not, of course, afraid. He was affected by the wonder of the Supreme Lord. The immediate con- context is wonder. His nature loving friendship was overwhelmed by wonder, and thus he reacted in this way.
So this form of the Lord was overwhelming to Arjuna. He never saw such a form. He was just playing and making friendship with Supreme Lord Krishna. But now when he saw such a gigantic form, then his heart became astonished. And that's why he's now started offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord again and again. Arjuna Vacha Pashami Devastav Devadehe Sarvastata Bhuta Vishesha Samyan Brahmanvisham Kamala Sanasthas Rushishya Sarvangangasya Divyan. Arjuna said, My dear Lord, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents.
Hare Krishna. Arjuna sees everything in the universe. Therefore, he sees Brahma, who is the first creature in the universe, and the celestial serpent upon which the Garbhodaksha Vishnu lies in the lower regions of the universe. This snake bed is called Vasuki. There are also other snakes known as Vasuki. Arjuna can see from the Garbhodakshai Vishnu up to the topmost part of the universe on the lotus flower planet where Brahma, the first creature of the universe, resides. That means that from the beginning to the end, everything could be seen by Arjuna, who was sitting in one place on his chariot. This was possible by the grace of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So by the grace of Krishna, the whole universe was zoomed in to Krishna. Lord made it so concise that the two eyes of Arjuna could see such a big screen. So these divine eyes given by Lord to Arjuna. So he could see that from where he is standing, from there till the end of the universe, he could see in totality the creation of the Lord. Aneka bahu udarvaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvato anantarupam na antanamadhyam na punastavadyam pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa. O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many arms, bellies, mouths and eyes expanded everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle and no beginning.
Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is unlimited. Thus, throughout him, everything could be seen.
So Markandeya Rishi also wanted to see the Krishna's form. He wanted to understand what is Krishna's illusory energies. So, as soon as Markandeya Rishi desired this, the Lord said, okay, be it, so be it. Immediately there was a big pralay took place and there were water, big clouds came and there was a fire and the whole world is burnt out, the whole world was flooded, and in that Markandeya Rishi is floating but he is not dying, and like that he was floating, and after many years he comes to one place where there is a banyan leaf, and on that banyan leaf Krishna is sucking his toe. Kararavindam padaravindam mukharavindam viniveshyasya vatasya patrasya puteshanam bala mukundam manasa smaromi. So that form of Lord who is sucking his toe was visible to Markandeya Rishi. So then he understood that Lord's illusory potency is so great, so vast that he also got bewildered. But the devotee of the Lord, he is not interested in those forms. The interest of devotee is the original form of the Lord, who is Tribhanga Lalita, Venum Konantam Arvind Dalayataksha. That form of the Lord is most relished by devotees. Kiritinam gadinam chakrinim cha tejo rashim saroto diptimantam pashyami tvam dur nirikshas samanta diptan arkaduti prameyam. Your form is difficult to see because of its glittering effulgence, spreading on all sides like a blazing fire, or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. Tamaksharam param vedatavyam, tamasya vishvasya param nidhanam, tamavyam shashvata dharma goptas, sanatanastvam purusho matome. Your supreme, primeval objective, you are the unlimited, ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. So Arjuna saw this form and he is coming to this conclusion that Lord is be all and end all of everything which we perceive. Anadhyatmanantaviryam anantabahushasuryanetram Pashyami tvam diptahutashavakram swatejasa vishvamidam tapantam. You are without origin, middle or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with a blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance.
There is no limit to the extent of the six opulences of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There, here and in many other places there is repetition, but according to the scriptures, repetition of the glories of Krishna is not a literary weakness. It is said that at a time of bewilderment or wonder or of great ecstasy, statements are repeated over and over. This is not a flaw.
So Arjuna, because he got astonished, so he forgot what he already said. So again he is saying same thing, that you have many mouths, you have many eyes. So like that, in great ecstasy, he is repeating the glories of the Lord again and again. Tava prithivyodirmanantaram hi vyaptam tvayekena dishasya sarva drushta vadbhutam rupam ugram tavaedam lokotrayam pravyatitam atmana. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed.
Gayatri Mataji, can you read please?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Vaye Prithviyo, the space between heaven and earth, and Lokatrayam, the three worlds, are significant words in this verse because it appears that not only did Arjuna see this universal form of the Lord, but others in other planetary systems saw it also. Arjuna's seeing of the universal form was not a dream. All whom the Lord endowed with divine vision saw that universal form on the battlefield. Hare Krishna.
Nihi tvam surasangha vishanti kechid bhita pranjalayo runanti swastit ukta mahirshi siddha sangha stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkaladhi. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Host of great sages and perfected beings, crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns.
Ashutosh Prabhuji, please read.
Yes, ma'am. The demigods in all the planetary systems feared the terrific manifestation of the universal form and its glaring effulgence, and so prayed for protection.
So this form was not only visible to Arjuna, but some demigods also got the vision to see this form. And they were terrified. Although Arjuna is seeing, but he was composed. But demigods, when they could see this form, which is so horrifying, which was devouring the entire creation, and how this temporary world is, that we can realize when we see this universal form. Because in this universal form, present is there and future also is there. And everybody's future is ending. Nobody is eternal in this material world. So like if we get to see our end, then we will not be interested in this material world. But why we are not, when we are not able to see our end, we think this world is permanent, then we start enjoying this world as if it is eternal. But when we see this world is temporary, then we will not have any interest in this material world. Like when we do train journey, then we don't decorate the train compartment. Even glass is broken, we don't mind. Even seat is torn apart, we don't mind, because we know that I have to get down after completing journey. So that 2 days journey or 2 hours journey, we think it's a temporary. So we don't take seriously whatever flaws are there or whatever opulences are there. We will not take so much interest in it, because we know this journey is going to end. We will be very detached way we will do our journey. So same way, saintly people also, when they live their life in this world, they know that I have to get down from this material world. So they don't try to decorate this material world, or they are not busy in making their stay here forever happy. They know that after death this will be over, so they will not be interested in it. So Lomash Rishi had a life that how many hairs he has on his body, that many Brahma's years he will live alive. And still, such a Lomash Rishi was not making a hut for his stay. When people asked him that why you're not making a hut to stay, so he says, "Are life is so temporary. Why should I waste my time to make a house for myself?" So that person who is going to live such a long life, he is thinking it's a very short time period, and he is not investing his energy in setting down some arrangements, but rather he was giving completely his time, dedicating his time to enhance Krishna consciousness. Then how much we should be, interested in Krishna consciousness. So material life, to make it pacifying or making material life very soothing is not a purpose of human life. The purpose of human life is to understand the urgency of practicing Krishna consciousness, and by practicing this Krishna consciousness with urgency, one can perfect one's life. Laulyam ekai mulyam. That urgency, that desperateness to practice Krishna consciousness makes one qualified to enter in the abode of the Lord. So we should understand the nature of this material world, which is so temporary and which will be devoured in due course of time by the Lord. So we should not try to get carried away by mitigating some problems which are coming in our life, but rather we should focus ourselves more on the path of devotion, that how much I am progressing in the path of devotion. That should be our worry. रुद्रादितवसो ये च साध्या विश्वे अश्विनो मरुताश्व पाश्च गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्धसङ्घा विशन्ति त्वां विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे. All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwe Devas, the two Ashwinis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. Bahuvaktra netram mahabaho bahubhavurupadam bahudaram bahudrashtankaralam društva loka pravithas tathaham. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing you. Your great form, which is many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth, and as they are disturbed, so am I. So not only the demigods are disturbed, but Arjuna is saying he also got disturbed by seeing this form. Nabhasprusham diptamaneka varnam vyatatananam dipti vishala netram društva hi tvam pravithantaratma Dhutim Navindami Shamam Cha Vishnu. O all-pervading Vishnu, as I see you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouth, and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. So this was so scaring to universal form to Arjuna that he was practically losing his equilibrium of his mind, and he was thoroughly bewildered. Ashtakaralanī ca te mukhāni drushtaiva kālānalasannibbhāni disho na jane na labhe cha sharma prasid devesha jagannivasa. O Lord of Lords, O Refugee of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance, seeing thus your blazing death-like faces and awful teeth in all directions. I am bewildered. Ami chatvam drushta dhutarashtrasya putra sarve sahevani palasankhe bhishmo drono sutaputros sahasmadiyerapi yodhamukhe Vaktrani te tvaramana vishanti drashta karalani bhayanakani kechit vilagna dashanantareshu sandrushyate churni taramangi. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also, are rushing into your fearful mouth, and some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada, in a previous verse of the Lord promised to show Arjuna things he would be very interested in seeing. Now Arjuna sees that the leaders of the opposite party, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all the sons of Dhritarashtra, and their soldiers and Arjuna's own soldiers are all being annihilated. This is an indication that after the death of nearly all the persons assembled at Kurukshetra, Arjuna will emerge victorious. It is also mentioned here that Bhishma, who is supposed to be unconquerable, will also be smashed. So also Karna. Not only will the great warriors of other party like Bhishma be smashed, but some of the great warriors of Arjuna's sides also. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is showing Arjuna the past, how the creation has happened. He told the present, that how this universe is maintained, and now Krishna is showing him the future, that how the destruction will take place. So in the battlefield, who all are going to die? That is also Krishna is showing to Arjuna. Yatha nadinam bahomvuvega samudramevabhimuka dravanti तथा तवामी नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविचलन्ति. As many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter into your blazing mouths. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samudravega tatheva nashaya vishanti loka tavapi vaktrani samudravega yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouth as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. Lelhiyase grasamanas samantan lokan samagra vadane jwalardhi tejobhirapurya jagastra samagram bhasastavogra pratapanti Vishnu. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. Akyahimeko bhavanukrupo namostu te deva vara prasida विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं न हि प्रजानामपि तव प्रवृत्तिम्. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me, who are you? Who you are? Offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primeval Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what is your mission is. So Arjuna is asking two questions to Lord. What is that? Oh Lord, I want to know you. And second is, I want to know what is your mission. So by seeing this form, Arjuna got bewildered, and now he is asking question to Krishna that what is this form which is so ugra, and what's your purpose to manifest this form? So now Krishna answers to Arjuna in next 3 verses. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi lokashayakruta pravruddho lokan samahartumiha pravutta rutepi tvam na bhavishanti sarve ye avasthita pratyanikeshu yodha. The Supreme Person of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas. As stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.25. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is the all-devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present on that battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was not better to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. That could not be checked, even if we did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So now Krishna is answering Arjuna's question that what is his Ugra Roop? So that Ugra Roop is time. And what is the purpose of that time? To devour everybody. So that's what the material world is. The material world is destroyed by time. Slowly, everybody is going closer to destruction. There are 6 stages of life. Someone takes birth, then growth, then maintenance, then byproduction, then decay, and ultimately death. So like that, the wheel of time is destroying everybody. So if Arjuna doesn't kill them, then by nature or by some other ways, those people would have been killed. तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुं भुक्ष्व राज्यसमृद्धम् मय्येवेते निहता पुरुमेव निमित्तमात्र भव सव्यसाची. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport. Savya Sachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument, nimitta matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish person who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan, and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are many so called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is just for the conditioned soul to go back to Godhead. Back to whom? As long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of cosmic manifestations are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. Hare Krishna.
So in this verse, the term is very, very important. That is nimitta matra. So we have to become just instruments in the hands of Krishna. Like a artist. He wants to carve something. So the instruments, if they cooperate with the artist or sculpturer, then there will be divine creation takes place. So the instrument should cooperate with the sculpture. So same way, if Arjuna becomes the instrument, then he can fulfill the plan of the Lord. If he doesn't become an instrument, the Lord's plan is going to manifest anyhow. But only our duty is to cooperate with the supreme will of the Lord. So that is a devotee who aligns with the plan of Lord, who acts on behalf of the Lord, who doesn't think that he is a proprietor, he is a maintainer, he is anything. So that is a right attitude. So Lord is expecting from Arjuna that you just become nimitta matra. Don't show your compassion. Don't get carried away. So Lord is telling Arjuna that I already have killed these people. You just become an instrument in my hand and cooperate. So that way, a real devotee who is in full Krishna consciousness, he will devote his life for Lord's plan. So Prabhupada also tells when he is in Jildita, he also prays that I am puppet in your hand. Oh my Lord, I don't know what I will do. So that is attitude of a devotee. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasabha Prutya. Jaise nasa iche taise kari nritya. So we should all think that Krishna is only a supreme person and we all are his servants. So like puppeteers makes his puppets dance. So we should also dance according to the tune of Krishna. If we don't dance according to tune of Krishna, then we have to dance according to tune of Maya. So the destruction is going to happen of all these soldiers of Arjuna side also and Dhritarashtra side also. But Arjuna should just become an instrument and fulfill the plan of the Lord and cooperate with him. So that is what Lord is telling to Arjuna. Dronam cha bhishvam cha jayadhritascha karnam tatha napi yodaviran maya hastatvam jahima vyatishta yuddha swateja sirane sapatman. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in the battle.
Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but He is so kind and merciful so His devotees that He wants to give the credit to His devotees who carry out His plan according to His desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead throughout the medium of the spiritual master. The plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by His mercy, and the plan of the devotees are as good as His plan. One should follow such plan and be victorious in the struggle of the existence. Struggle for existence.
So see how Krishna is maintaining everybody. We should understand. Like a child takes birth, who comes out of the womb of mother. The child has no worry that what will happen to him. The Lord already provides milk for the baby. So the child who cannot understand what is his food, what is around him, he also gets the milk to drink and he survives and he grows. So like that, every living entity who is taking birth, there are so many millions of living entities are taking birth. And they are maintained by the Supreme Lord. Even we understand or we don't understand, it doesn't matter. But Krishna is already taking care of so many people. There in Africa, there are big elephants. They need every day to eat so many kilos of food. So they are also getting food. And the ant who requires just some milligram, that ant also is getting his food. So if non-devotee is getting facilities, if non-devotee is surviving in this world, then what to speak about devotees? So devotees should not worry. Like every day we are eating rice, every day we are eating dal, every day we are eating chapati. But none of us know from where the grains are coming, which farmer has grown those grains, which person has sold in market, then how it came. We have no idea what we are eating in our plate. So who has arranged all that? Krishna only arranged. So our duty is what? That Krishna gave me so much, at least I should offer it to Krishna and take what Krishna has given to me as a prasad. So that much one who does, he is a devotee. So we don't think that what Krishna has given to me or what Krishna has not given to me, but we are, we should be thinking that what I should give it to Krishna. So same way, Lord has given us so many breath to breathe. Every day we are getting so many minutes in our life, and Lord is giving us breath to breathe, the air to breathe. So how much we are repaying Krishna? the amount of volume of amount he has doing mercy upon us, how much we are reciprocating, So we should not think that what Krishna has not given me, what Krishna has not given me that, Krishna has not given me good facility, Krishna has not made me something or like that. So that is not the way a devotee should think. We should already have so much Krishna has given us, and that we should be indebted to him. If we want to become grateful, the Lord has done so much unlimited favors upon us. So naturally, devotee's heart melts by thinking what Krishna has done to him. And the devotee laments that I am not doing anything for Krishna. What I have done in return to Krishna? I am not able to remember also. I am not able to chant also. So that is the mood of a devotee. They always feel that I am such a fallen. Mosama Patita Prabhu Napayabhyar. So the devotees of the Lord, they never think they are even qualified to get devotional service. So that much humble they are. So such a mood makes us Krishna conscious. And it makes us very grateful to Lord. And the grateful heart can manifest devotional service. So the heart which is grateful, it's like a very good field to sow the grains, seeds. From that, fertile land, a devotional creeper can take place. But if we have ungrateful attitude, if we make our hearts as a barren lands, then even best of the seeds will not bring any desired fruit. So we should have a right attitude that Lord is doing so much for me, unlimitedly for me. I should just cooperate with him. I should just offer what he has given to me. Yat karoshi yadasnasi. So whatever we are eating, whatever we are doing, let us offer it to Krishna. A devotee of the Lord, every day when he gets up, he offers obeisance to Krishna. Oh, thank you, my Lord, you have given me a chance to serve. And whenever he takes rest, that time also he prays to Krishna. That thank you, my Lord, you allowed me to serve you. So his awakened state or his sleeping state, both are devotional service. His sleeping also devotional service, and in awakened state he will do nothing other than Krishna consciousness. Savai mana Krishna padarvindur, vansam savai kund gunanuvarna. A pure devotee, his existence is a personification of devotion. He is always offering obeisance to Krishna. He is always glorifying Krishna. He is always thinking about Krishna. He is always busy in satisfying Krishna. Sarva vipadhi vinamuktam tatparatvan nirmalam rishikena rishikesh sevaya bhakti ruddham. So we have to give up all our material designations and we should revive our eternal designation. Krishna Jivera Swarupaya Krishna Nityadas. So these dasatva, when develop in our heart, then we will be in the mood of serving Krishna 24/7. And a servant doesn't demand anything from master, but he serves his master. So we don't want to become masters, but we want to become servants of Krishna, or servant of Krishna. King Kushikar prays, Majjanma phalamidam madhukaita bhare mat prarthaniya madangrayesheva tvad bhrutya paricharaka bhrutyasya bhrutya itimam smaralokhanatha. So King Kushikar is saying that, my dear Lord, if you want to do favor upon me, do only this one favor. What is that favor? That may make me servant of your servant of your servant of servant of servant. Now 7 times he tells that I want to become servant of your devotees. That is a fruit of devotional service. So this is a right attitude of a devotee. So he lives with this mindset. So Arjuna also now understands. Krishna is telling Arjuna that I have already killed this. All the warriors who are opponent, you just become an instrument in my heart, in my hand. And the more you become submissive, the glory will be yours. Sanjay Uvacha एतत् श्रुत्वा वचनं केशवस्य कृताञ्जलिर्वेपमानः किरीटी नमस्व कृत्वा भूय एवाहं कृष्णं सगद्गदं भीतभीतप्रणम्य. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He forcefully spoke to Lord Krishna in a flattering voice as follows.
As
As
we
we
have
have
already explained, because of the situation
Mahavan
created by
Prabhu,
the universe.
Mahavan Prabhuji, kindly
Yes.
Vageshwari Mataji read. Let Vageshwari Mataji read, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. As we have already explained, because of the situation created by the universal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna became bewildered in wonder. Thus, he began to offer his respectful obeisances to Krishna again and again, and with flattering voice he began to pray not as a friend but as a devotee in wonder.
So this universal form of the Lord and the future, which was so ghastly, which Arjuna has seen, then he was totally bewildered. And now he has taken shelter of Krishna and he is now praying to Krishna. So Arjuna is going to pray from verse 36 to 46. Next 10 verses he is going to pray to Krishna. Arjuna Vacha Sthane Rishikesh Tava Prakirta Jagat Prabhushyantyanurajyate cha Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti cha Siddha Sangha. O Master, Arjuna said, O Master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you the respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done.
Arjuna, after hearing from Krishna about the outcome of the battle of Kurukshetra, became enlightened, and as a great devotee and friend of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said that everything done by Krishna is quite fit. Arjuna confirmed that Krishna is the maintainer and the object of worship for the devotees and the destroyer of the undesirables. His actions are equally good for all. Arjuna understood herein that when the battle of Kurukshetra was being concluded, in outer space there were present many demigods, siddhas, and the intelligentsia of the higher planet, and they were observing the fight because Krishna was present there. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the Lord, the demigods took pleasure in it, but others, who were demons and atheists, Prabhuji, could you please scroll? Could not stand it with when the Lord was praised. Out of their natural fear of the devastating form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they fled. Krishna's treatment of the devotees and the atheist is praised by Arjuna. In all cases, a devotee glorifies the Lord because he knows that whatever he does is good for all. Hare Krishna.
In a jungle, if a lion roars, all animals get scared except the cubs. The little cubs, although the lion is so ferocious, they are not at all scared of that lion because they have a relation with the lion. They sit on the lion's head and they sit on his body and they are not scared. But other animals, when lion is coming, they all run away here and there because they are the prey of that lion. So same way, the devotees of the Lord, are always protected by Krishna. But the demons are always devoured by the Lord. So the demonic people, they saw this form, they are getting scared. But the divine people, the devotees, they are praising this form, they are appreciating this form of the Lord, which is protecting his beloved devotees. So that's the difference. Krishna is a death personified for demons, and Krishna is love personified for his devotees. Although the Krishna is same, but the attitude of the perceiver defines Krishna as a master or Krishna as a death. That depends upon the person and his consciousness. So devotees are happy, but demonic people, they are scared to see the form of the Lord. कस्मास्ते नमिरन् महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणोऽप्यादिकत्रे अनन्तदेवस्य जगन्निवास त्वमक्षरं सत् सत् तत्परं यथा. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you, O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe? You are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation.
Mahavan Prabhu, would you like to read, please?
Hare Krishna. By this offering of obeisance, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by everyone. He is all pervading and he is the soul of every soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as the Mahatma, such means that he is not magnanimous and unlimited. Ananta indicates that there is nothing which is not covered by the influence and energy of the Supreme Lord, and Devas means Supreme Lord, and they Devis Devaswa means that he is the controller of all demigods and above them all. He is the shelter of whole universe. Arjuna also thought that it was a fighting that all the perfect living entities and the powerful demigods offer their respectful obeisance unto him, because no one is greater than him. Arjuna specially mentioned that Krishna is the greater than the Brahma, because Brahma is created by him. Brahma is born in out of the lotus stem grown from the navel in the abdomen of the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, who is Krishna's plenary expansion. Therefore, Brahma and Lord Shiva, who is born of Brahma and all. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. He is the cause of Brahma and all. Other demigods must offer their respectful obeisance. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that the Lord is respected by Lord Shiva and Brahma and similar other demigods. The word Akshama is very significant because this material creation is subject to destruction, but the Lord is above this material creation. He is the cause of all causes, and being so, he is superior to all the conditioned soul within this material nature as well as the material cosmic manifestation itself. He is therefore the all great supreme.
So here Arjuna is glorifying that Krishna is worshipable by all. Not only demigods, but he is worshipable for even to demigods, demons, because he is the source of everything. So we should be grateful to him. Asmadeva Purusha Puranam Tamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vetasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama Tvaya Tat Vishwamananta Rupa. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes, O limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you.
Everything is resting on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, He is the ultimate rest. Nidhana means that everything, even the Brahman effulgence, rests on the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. He is the knower of everything that is happening in this world. And if knowledge has any end, he is the end of all knowledge. Therefore, he is the known and he is the known and the knowable. He is the object of knowledge because he is all pervading. Because he is the cause in the spiritual world, he is transcendental. He is also the chief personality in the transcendental world.
So now here, the whole Lord is shelter of everything. That is glorified. So that's why he should be respected and one should take shelter of him. There is no better shelter than the Supreme Lord. So his shelter is a pure shelter. The rest other shelters are unreliable. If somebody is drowning and he holds the tail of a dog, then what will happen? He will drown along with the dog also. He will make him drown. So like that, taking shelter of any other person who themselves are not shelterless, so they cannot give shelter to anybody. So Krishna only can give shelter to everybody because he is a real owner of everything. So taking his shelter, one will not get cheated. But taking any other shelter, will be cheated. So that's why he is glorifying that Krishna is ultimate shelter for everybody. Now, the next 39-43 verses, Arjuna is going to offer obeisances to Krishna. Vayuryamogni varuna shashanka prajapatistvam prapitamahasya namo namastestu sahastra krutva punasya bhuyopi namo namaste. You are air, you are the supreme controller, you are fire, you are water, and you are the moon. You are Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my obeisances unto you 1,000 times and again, and yet again.
The Lord is addressed here as air because the air is the most important representation of all the demigods, being all pervasive. Arjuna also addresses Krishna as the great grandfather because he is the father of Brahma, the first living creature in the universe.
Whatever we see, whatever we have, everything belongs to Krishna. Even we ourselves belong to Krishna. So there is nothing wrong in offering obeisances to whom we belong. So it's a natural actually, because we belong to Krishna, so we should offer obeisances to Krishna. because he is the one who is giving us everything. So as a gratitude, one should offer him obeisances. So it's not something favor we are doing on Krishna, but offering obeisances means we are surrendering to Krishna. So this is a natural position for one who is dependent on Krishna for everything. So that's why Arjuna is offering himself to Lord and offering him again in obeisances. Namah purasta tata prushtaste namostute sarvata eva sarva anantavirya amita vikramastvam sarvam samapnushi tatosi sarva. Obeisance to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything.
Hare Krishna. Purport. Out of loving ecstasy for Krishna, his friend, Arjuna is offering his respect from all sides. He is accepting that he is the master of all potencies and all prowess and far superior to all the great warriors assembled on the battlefield. It is said in the Vishnu Purana 1.9.69, Yoyam tvagato deva samipam devata ganaha satvam eva jagat srishta yataha sarvagato bhavan. Whoever comes before you, even if he be a demigod, is created by you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
So this verse also, Arjuna is offering obeisance to Krishna, and now he is not. He understood that Krishna is everywhere. So he is offering obeisance to Krishna in every direction. For him, the Lord's presence is everywhere. So he is offering his gratitude, his obeisances to Lord everywhere. So this is what a devotee realizes, that Krishna is everywhere. There is no place where Krishna doesn't exist. So once a teacher gave his students some bananas, he told them to eat where nobody is watching them. Then some boys, they went in cave, they ate banana. One boy went underwater and he ate banana. And one boy came back without eating that banana. So then teacher asked, yes, you all ate banana where nobody is watching? Then another two boys said, yes, Ma Guru, I ate in cave, so nobody was there. And second boy said, Guru Maharaj, I went in water and I drank. I ate underwater. Nobody saw me that I am eating. Then Guru asked to the third boy, why you are not eating banana? He said that I could not find any place where Lord is not watching me. That's why I could not eat this banana. So for devotees, Lord and Lord's mercy is visible in every sphere of life. There is no question that devotee becomes ungrateful to Supreme Lord. They will always remain grateful in all situations. So that is the attitude of a devotee. So now this Arjuna has become such a great devotee, and he realized the all-pervasive nature of the Lord. So he's offering obeisances to Krishna in all directions. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue in next class from 41 onwards. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anant Koti
Hare
Vaishnava
Krishna,
ki
Prabhuji.
jai. Yes.
Prabhuji, I have one question not related with this.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have much contact here in Pune, so do you have any idea or can you guide me that what is the process for GV if I want to attain Vyasa Puja on 7th December.
Recording can be stopped?
Sorry?
Asking Mataji to stop the recording. Dayami
Or
Mataji?
can you?
Prabhuji, now you are the host, so I guess you can only.
Okay, I have to stop. Where is the stop? Okay.